Welcome back. My sister Kathy also, as I told you before, is a big inspiration in that she told me I should be getting this stuff captured somehow. And not as though anybody's really questioning this, but if anybody was looking for proof that Cornelius Harrington married John H. Farrell, they could legitimately question that, because it is this connection here between brother and sister that's tying us to the Farrells. Now, I just so happen to have the death certificate of Elizabeth Harrington right here, and it says her name is Elizabeth Farrell. It says that she died on June 22nd, 1906, and when it says who is the father, it says right here, Cornelius Harrington. Cornelius Harrington had a bunch of children, and he married Mary Litzelswope that took us back to Germany. What's fascinating is that Cornelius had a son, Cornelius, and it's the son that is Elizabeth's brother. This is Elizabeth. This is her brother, and their father was Cornelius. Cornelius was a farmer down in Dewshore, and he had a bunch of kids that we're going to go into later, one of which was Cornelius, and her sister was Elizabeth. So this particular document shows that Cornelius Harrington was born in Ireland, right there, and then he came to Dewshore, Pennsylvania, and married Mary Litzelswope, and she was a housekeeper. Typically, it should say the occupation of the father, but it doesn't. And it shows the cause of death to be heart lesions. I can't make this out exactly. It says chronic interstitial, I don't know. I have to look at that more carefully. Complicated with, again, not usual heart lesions. Okay. Apparently, she had a contributory issue, which was nephritis, inflammation of the kidney, and that apparently that had been going on for 144 days. God knows how they would know that. It was signed by E.M., I'm not sure, something Bailey or Daly in Dewshore. And the witness to that was Frank M. Farrell. We'll look into that a little bit later. This was particularly, the place of burial is at St. Basil's. Interesting, she was buried 19 days later with P.P. Martin, who apparently was the undertaker. Also, her date of birth was, it appears to be the first, I don't know what that's weird, kind of a weird, I have to look at what that is, 1835. Okay, she was 71 years old, 4 months, 24 days, and she was the widow of John H. Farrell, right there. Interesting, this particular woman right here, Elizabeth Harrington, she had 12 children, one of which was Jerome W. Farrell. And we're going to go into, in some detail, we're going to go into the family tree that's right here. Obviously, I have this as a very small version of the tree that's bigger than this table, and I'm using it to pull together birth certificates and marriage certificates for another video that's I'm going to do that's relating John H. Farrell in Chicago to Grandpa Farrell, who had a patent for airplanes. And I'm going to kind of make a case that they're possibly related. But ultimately, if you want to know the big picture, what I'm doing is looking at right here the Farrell Harrington part of our family tree. And even though you can't see it, this is Elizabeth Harrington. No, this is Elizabeth Harrington, and this is John H. Farrell. And boy, those two combined over here to make an enormous family tree. This particular family tree right here is simply the Howard Farrell family tree that shoots off to the side there, and we're going to talk more on that. So I just wanted to have a little bit of a video there that shows that this death certificate is significant because this is my great grandmother, Elizabeth Harrington, that married John Farrell. And it's this woman who joined the Harrington and the Farrells, and the first time. And the second time was when Mom and Dad did it in November of 55, when in fact they got married. So that was a short one, 7 minutes, 50 seconds, that basically is just showing the historical proof of how the Farrells and the Harringtons were connected through marriage by Elizabeth Harrington marrying John H. Farrell. And I will be showing you that and these people in future videos, showing you their pictures and hooking faces up to names. And that's about all I was trying to do in this particular one. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.